This picture I started yesterday. It's on some textured paper that I bought recently off my friend who runs a paper shop. And the idea behind it was saying thank you for all the things that I'm grateful for in my life. And funnily enough, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving obviously in the UK, but it seemed appropriate to share it today. Just as a kind of reminder that perhaps even when things aren't going too well, there's obstacles in the way, there's always things to be grateful for. I started off not having a great day myself today, but actually with a bit of help from my family, it turned out okay. I think the image looks a bit like a flower around what I initially thought was a question mark, but actually looks a little bit more like an ankh or a keyhole with what I think looks like a central female figure. And then surrounding the centre, there's lots of different figures which I think maybe represent different aspects of things to be grateful for. The one on the bottom right there looks a bit like a chap with a Mexican hat on with wings. I'm not quite sure what most of these figures represent, but there certainly looks like there's a lot to be thankful for, or a lot of energy around at least. There's what looks like lots of like disembodied heads on the right hand side here. They've all got this really dark blue hair, but one of them's got like what looks like a pea or a pot above their head. And then to the left of that is like two people facing each other with what looks like a smaller, younger person between them. The figure on the right hand side almost looks like they've got two heads, which looks a bit strange, one facing forward and one back. It's just a close up on that scenario. There's a few more of the figures there. It's all the same sort of colours that I used for the picture this morning. There's lots of blue, purple, a bit of silver and white in there. And there's some more there. It looks like a bunch of birds, or like they sit up on top of a wire, like watching what we're doing. Probably laughing at us most of the time. And then some more of similar, looks a bit more like birds, but with some sort of ghost-like thing in between two of them there. And then there's one here that's like a face that also looks like an L. Coming out of that central object is like a line with a triangle at the end of it. I'm not quite sure if that means anything. I guess it looks a bit like an arrow. Either way, it's a nice image. I think it's really pretty, very vibrant, so I'm grateful for that, as well as lots of other things. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and thanks for listening.